Actually, I think I might have more than 100. No. These are all my movie recommendations, and I know after filming this when I'm editing, I'm gonna be like, fuck! I forgot that one. If you have any recommendations that I haven't said in the video, also comment them down below if you think that I'd like them. I tried to fit them into categories. Also, don't bully me if they're wrong. So they're in genres. It's like my subjective genre, if that makes sense, not like what it actually says. I didn't like Wikipedia the movie to find out the genre. I'm over explaining, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, the first genre I'll start with is family. Number one we have In America. I think this is my favorite movie of all time, directed by Jim Sheridan and dedicated to his younger brother Frankie, who actually died. Yeah, and the daughters in the movie are based off Jim Sheridan's daughters too. So also Irish movies, I really like it. I think it was filmed in Dublin, but it's supposed to be based in New York, but it was filmed in Dublin. The next family movie, Bridge of Terabithia. Obviously such a tearjerker. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. Oh fuck, yeah, that's a really good one. Next one is Stand By Me. That one always reminds me of Christmas because we watched it on Christmas Eve in my brother's room one year. A classic, I'm sure most people have seen it. Next one is Heathers. I don't know, it's one of those 90s movies that I love for outfits. I know it's an late 80s. Yeah, it's like a comedy teen movie. Yeah, I suppose so. It is just family. Yeah, the outfits are fucking class in it, and Winona Ryder's in it. Controversial, not to get too political, but School of Rock. A lot of times Ellie has said that she looks like Jack Black, so maybe that's why I like it. I feel like I'm gonna get judged for this as well. It's such a good movie. People were saying it as a joke, and I know people were suggesting, like, you know, all those TikToks where it's like, not to get political, but this is my favorite movie, like pretentious favorite movie, and then it's like Chicken Run. I love Chicken Run. What's that other one? The stop animation. What's the other one? Little Chicken. Little Chicken. Little Chicken. Chicken Little. Chicken Little. Chicken Little and Chicken Run are really good. I didn't have those in, but I can add those in too. Yeah, they're fantastic. I love Chicken Run. Oh fuck, actually I would love to watch that tonight. I forgot that on my list. And then next, a family movie I have down is 8th Grade. I actually got invited to the premiere of this in the Lighthouse Cinema in Dublin, and I brought my sister, and it's such a true depiction of what like that age is like, because it's such an awkward in-between stage of like, you're not really a child and you're not a teenager, but you're like in between an awkward and hitting puberty. It's like an awkward, uncomfortable watch, but it's really nostalgic. It was real nostalgic for me because I felt like that's what my childhood was kind of like, just real awkward. Next one is Days Confused. Again, like a 90s film, nice for the outfits, like teen. And Empire Records. I watched this during the first lockdown. Again, it's such a comfort movie for me. I love all the outfits in it, and the music is really good. The next one, Moonrise Kingdom, one of my favorite films. One of the first films that I saw Lucas Hedges in. So this is when the obsession began. Wes Anderson, he actually made them all the cast stayed in a camp when they were filming that movie, so it would feel like more realistic, and it was kind of like a mode of method acting, and they obviously saved loads of money that way too. So like no one stayed in like a hotel. That could have been a dream though, but I'm pretty sure I saw that in an interview. Yeah, watch Moonrise Kingdom. It's such a good movie, and stylistically really beautiful, and the storyline is really good. Little Miss Sunshine, one of my favorite movies as well. A class, I'm sure most people have seen it. It's so good. Coraline, stop animation, such a good movie, so fucking good. Could also be classed as kind of a thriller though. Like, I did get nightmares when I was a kid. I probably would still get nightmares now watching it. It's hard to find though. I don't know if it's on Netflix. St. Francis, I watched this really recently. It's such a like feel good, heartfelt movie. Yeah, really beautiful story. Script is really good, and the character development is really good too. The kids are alright. It's such a like classic family heartwarming film. I actually haven't seen that in ages either. I might rewatch that. Have the brain of a sieve. The memories just fall out of me. The Parent Trap, one of my family's film favorites. I've probably seen it. I think we had it on video cassette. What's that called? VCR? Yeah, I rewatched it about 1 billion times. I probably know the whole script off by heart. Used to know the secret handshake in the movie as well, but I don't anymore. Uptown Girls as well. Brittany Murphy. Fuck, I love that movie so much. Yeah, and the style in it is really nice as well, all the clothes. And Dakota Fanning, I fucking love her. She hasn't been cast in anything recently, but I used to love her as a kid. She was like my favorite actress or actor, whatever. Inside Out, such a good movie. I think everyone should watch. It's such a good, simple explanation of how emotions work. Yeah, it's like free therapy. A recent one I watched too, my mom recommended to me, was Penguin Bloom. Such a tear. I was sobbing at the end, like sobbing. Anyway, yeah. Uncle Frank, a bit more on the drama side. I don't know if that's a family movie, but it would be something that my family would watch together. And also the main character is like exactly the same as my dad. They have the same demeanor, same mannerisms and stuff, except my dad's obviously not gay, but well, he could be. I don't know. No, he'd be open about his sexuality, I think, at this stage. I mean, he raised all of us. We're pretty gay, so that's why I really like it. That actor, I think, in general, just reminds me of my dad. So Kisses is an Irish film. It's kind of a drama though as well. It's a bit depressing. I'm pretty sure half the movie is in black and white, or maybe the whole movie is. I had that in DVD though as well, so I think I watched it at too young of an age though. I didn't really understand what like homelessness was, and it made me scared of running away from home though as well. I wonder who it was directed by actually. Director Lance Daly. Screenplay by Lance Daly. I don't know who that is. Oh yeah, he worked on The Commitments. And then the last family film I have down is My Girl. tearjerker as well. If you haven't seen My Girl, like obviously watch it. I'm so bad at describing movies, I'm just like, it's really good, you should watch it. Okay, next genre I have down is drama. This is the longest one I have, and this would be my favorite genre of movies, because I know anytime I try to go watch a movie with my friend Ash, she's like, all you like is depressing movies. If it's not depressing, it's called drama. And I don't have many horror films in this, and I don't have many sci-fi. I have a section for thriller, but not necessarily horror. I wouldn't be a horror person, I just can't. I can't do it. The demons already visit me in my sleep. Okay, first one we have is American Honey. The acting in this is absolutely unbelievable, and I know the main girl was cast, I think Shia LaBeouf cast her off the streets, which is like so his buzz. So disappointing that he's an abuser. Like he's made great films though, so I can't, like I just physically can't ignore any of his films in these lists, because a lot of what he's directed or like or acted in are like my favorites. Is La Haine. I was embarrassed putting this in because the story behind me going to see this movie was so embarrassing, because I had a crush on this guy who said it was his favorite film, so I went to go see it in the IFI. I have an IFI membership pass, just so everyone knows. Loyalty card, yeah. So I get like all the emails of like the early premieres and all, so they like tell me when stuff's going on, and I was like, oh, synchronicity here, because he literally just told me it was his favorite movie, and I was like, I'm gonna go see it. But I did actually enjoy the movie. I'm just carrying around the shame knowing that the reason that I went to see it was driven by something just embarrassing. I had to get it off my chest. I think putting it out on the internet is like therapy for me, so just everyone enjoy that story. The Virgin Suicides, again, reminds me of my family. Stylistically beautiful. I love the main girl, who's also in Spider-Man. What's her name? Everyone's going to be shouting at the screen now. That doesn't matter. Mid-90s, directed by Jonah Hill. I think it's based off his life as well. Alexa Demie's in it, so hot. Lucas Hedges is in it, so hot. You're going to see a running theme now of like what my type is, because I also am obsessed with George McKay, who's in a few of these movies that I have down. Common denominator is ginger. I'm such a cliche. His mysterious skin. Deeply disturbing, but such a good movie. Cinematography, absolutely amazing. I love your man, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. One of my faves. Now, George McKay is in this, Captain Fantastic. But George McKay, I'm like, fuck. Oh, he's so hot. I have restrained myself from talking about him on the internet, because I'm pretty sure he lives in London, and just at the off chance that I like see him on the street, I know that I have, you know, communicated my obsession on the internet. Well, I've done it now, really. Yeah, I'm obsessed with him anyway. He's one of my favorite actors. But Captain Fantastic, I feel like they mistitled it, because it sounds like a Marvel film or some sort of superhero movie, but it's more like indie drama sort of. It's about an off-grid family basically that like, and they're really intelligent, and anyway, and they're obsessed with Noam Chomsky. I've talked about that movie before though. It's like one of my top 3, and also I can rewatch it all the time and still enjoy it. It's one of those. Another one I watched this year is Baby Teeth. I've heard loads of mixed reviews on it though. People text me about it all the time on Instagram being like, I think you'd love this movie, even though I have talked about it on my story, but maybe they haven't seen them. But I love that people associate that, like know that I'd enjoy that, so there must be a piece of me in it. Or maybe I'm just like so predictable, but I love that movie. And your man Moses, such a feek. I love the tattoo on the face. It was such a disappointment for me, because in my head he was that character in real life, or someone like that exists, but then looking up the actor on Google Images, it's like, you're actually not like that at all. Obviously, because he's playing a role, that's the point of acting. But yeah. And then next one is Lady Bird, directed by, what's her name? Greta Gerwig? Lucas Hedges also in this. It's actually insane how many good stuff that he's been cast in. You know the scene where at the start where she jumps, I'm not spoiling anything, but you know at the start, I'm sure everyone's seen it anyway, when she jumps out of the moving car, because me and my mum were having a very bad year in terms of our relationship, and she was driving me to therapy, and we got in a fight, and I jumped out of the moving car. Now it was going really slow, so I didn't break my arm or anything. I'm pretty sure it was probably at a red light. Yeah, so when we went to see it in the cinema, we were both looking at each other like, that's actually gas. Relatable. I took a lot of my style from that, like the plaid dress and the Mary Jane shoes. Again, directed by Shia LaBeouf, Honey Boy, Lucas Hedges, Bob Dylan songs. It's actually one of my favorite movies. It's so annoying. Shia LaBeouf is really disappointing. We the Animals, really good family drama movie. I have no descriptive words for movies. I couldn't be a film critic to save my life. It's on Prime, I'm pretty sure. That's how I watched it anyway. Next one is the Florida Project, an A24 film. The colours in it are so pretty, and the kids acting is absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. It's like there's no script, and I'm pretty sure maybe most of the movie was improv. I can't remember if I watched interviews about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people who are cast in that movie like aren't actors, and it's like real. I can't remember. I could be completely wrong though. I'm obsessed with a good child that can act. It's like, you prodigy. How did you... So I'm trying to figure out if Cora is a good actor or not. Like, can I make her a child star? But at the same time, like, her fake cry is so bad. Like, it's almost, it's comically bad. I don't know if there's a career for her in child acting, but I could train her. Next one is Waves. This is like literally like 3 movies in one, you know, when there's like 2 separate stories or 2 separate narratives and then put together and in one long movie. Lucas Hedges is such a sweetheart in it, and I was sobbing at the end. But bawling. Next one, Boy Raised. Again, Lucas Hedges. Fuck. Boy Raised, so good. His acting unmatched. Next, Gone Girl. And I love the monologue where she's like, cool girl, we're supposed to eat pizza and stay skinny. You know, I love that monologue. And then Manchester by the Sea. Lucas Hedges is in it. So, but that's one of the movies I watched with Aisling and she was like, this is so boring, turn it off. If you don't like dramas, I don't think you like it. Next one, Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for... Someone slagged me the last time I said this. Requiem for a Dream? I call it Requiem for a Dream. If you listen to my podcast, you know the horrific story of me watching this. Yeah, I really like it. Even though, again, it is kind of disturbing, but I obviously am into that. Next one, Beautiful Boy. Timothy Chalamet's in it. And it's really good from the perspective of the parents, that it's really frustrating because you don't know when it started and you can't really understand why he has the addiction, but that's what it's realistically like for families dealing with someone who's an addict. Whiplash, I have a crush on this actor as well. I've been in lockdown for too long. It just comes Whiplash injury. No, Cass, who's the main guy? Miles Teller. Yeah, I have such a crush on him. And then The Place Beyond the Pines. Fuck, this is another movie that kind of has like 2 narratives put together in one, so it feels like you're watching 2 movies. Ryan Gosling is in it, absolutely stunning, bad boy energy, like literally piss in my mouth. So good. Such a comfort movie as well, another one that I can rewatch over and over again. Like Tanya, Margot Robbie is fantastic in it. Parasite, another one I watched this year with Ellie. A bit, I wouldn't be able to watch this on my own. It's a bit creepy. It should be, I probably should have put that in the thriller. Really good plot twist at the end though. It's actually, the story is fucking phenomenal. Another George McKay movie. I saw this in the cinema. I saw this in, what's that fucking Palace? I saw this in Palace in Galway. I hope that cinema's still open after COVID. Oh, it'd be really sad if it isn't. Such a nice cinema anyway. It's like real concrete and like modern, and there's a really nice bar there too. They do a banging margarita. But yeah, the true history of the Kelly gang. George McKay in this is so good. Again, like bad boy, starts a war, he's just hot, you know, blowing shit up and fucking killing people and stuff. Such good acting from him. Oh, it's just, yeah. Next one is 3 Billboards. I can't remember the full name of this movie. 3 Billboards, Missouri something. I love your one from Fargo. What's her name? She reminds me of my mom. Really good story. Lucas Hedges is also in this. Oh yeah, 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. And I love Woody Harrelson in it as well. The Blind Side. That should probably be in the family movies. I'm pretty sure we had this in DVD as well, so I've rewatched it a good few times. Really good. Feel good family film. Sandra Bullock. Oh, she's an icon. I just fucking love her. Yeah, I love every movie she's in. Next, Moonlight. Surprisingly, I only watched this for the first time last night because it was hard to find. I rented it on YouTube. I don't illegally stream movies. I'm like scared. I don't know why. Of all the illegal things that I do, I'm like scared to stream movies on my laptop. So yeah, I like rent movies on YouTube. Like that's like the most virgin thing that's came out of my mouth. So I rented it on YouTube, but you can't rent it on YouTube in Ireland. So obviously I'm in London at the moment, so I was able to rent it. But it was so good. Such a realistic, or such a unique queer story. Like not like the usual ones where, like Call Me By Your Name is too unrealistic. Do you know what I mean? It's not like relatable, but the Moonlight one, it's heart-wrenching. Marriage Story. This one, fuck, tore me apart because it was really bringing up some bad memories. If your parents have ever gone through a divorce and it's like gone to court, it's so realistic. Like the script is really good, and I love your one who has the Laura Dern. She's in Big Little Lies as well. She's so I love her. She also reminds me of my mom a bit. Kids, again, really disturbing, but stylistically really good. Yeah, just a really good story. Drama, indie film, you know. And that's like a predictable one for me though. It's like, I love kids, I love Gummo. I'm crazy. The screenplay is by Harmony Korine. I always thought it was a girl, and I was like, oh yes, female directors, because I love writing screenplays. So I was like, yes, this is motivating me. But Harmony Korine is a man. I got that wrong. Oh, and it's directed by Larry Clark as well. Harmony also fucking... Oh yeah, my next one is my favorite movie, Gummo. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I've said that everywhere on the internet that Gummo is my favorite movie. So disturbing, but it's just so... It's like I dreamt the whole movie before I watched it. And then when I watched it, it was like nostalgic for some reason, even though I'd never seen it before. It just has a special place in my heart. Can't explain it. Like the whole movie was like deja vu to me, that I've literally watched the whole thing before ever watching it. But yeah, I love Harmony Korine. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm really sorry. But yeah, he's one of my favorite screenwriters, directors, producers. I was trying to think of a way that I could meet him. Let's see what else Larry Clark has done actually. Oh yeah, he's done Kids, Ken Park and Bully. They're all on this list as well. The next favourite movie, I said Gummo. Yeah, that's like my favourite movie of all time. I also bought a hoodie and I bought a t-shirt with the Gummo like head on it. It's a Beautiful Mind. Such a good crazy plot twist. Me and Ashling watched it, like we were literally audibly gasping throughout the whole movie, and like at the end I'm pretty sure we both cried too. Next one is Fish Tank, Michael Fassbender. So hot. This another one is like a real nostalgic movie, but I think maybe I'd watched it and then years ago when I was a kid, because when I was a kid there was like free reign and whatever movies we watched, like there was no censoring anything, so I was exposed to a lot as a young child. So you might be thinking like Fish Tank isn't a family film. It's like, well, for my family maybe it is. And next one, another one so disappointing, Shia LaBeouf letting me down so much. Peanut Butter Falcon. I watched this with Reese in Wexford. So good. It was my favourite movie for a while, but it's just a bit disturbing now with the whole knowing about Shia LaBeouf being an abuser. I just can't enjoy it as much. It is a really good movie though, all the same. Cam with Horses, another Irish film. So good. Barry Keoghan, another funny story actually. While I was watching this, I was joking, but I did put up on my story, does anyone know if Barry Keoghan is single? But I was like this, like doing the fuckboy face, like, and about 3 people replied being like, oh my god, and sent me his girlfriend's Instagram. I forgot that he's, you know, Ireland is so small. I'm pretty sure the girlfriend's cousin like texted me being like, oh no, he's basically like engaged to this girl. I was like, oh Jesus, I was fully joking. Yeah, I deleted the story obviously then after that. A same thing happened when I watched Michael Inside in the cinema. I was like, main guy's so hot, even though he's younger, I'm pretty sure he's younger than me. Anyway, I put it on my Snapchat story and I was like doing a review of the movie and I was like, main guy's so hot. He texted himself. He texted me himself on Snapchat. He was like, thanks for the review. This is why I'm scared about saying about the George McKay and Lucas Hedges thing, because I mean things in the past have proved information reaches them easily. Oh, Beginners. I can't really remember watching it, but I have it written down in my favourite movies list. Like this is how bad my memory is. My brain is like a sieve. Majority of the reason why I've tried to stop drinking as much because I literally can't remember half of my life. But I have it down in my favourite movies list, so yeah, Beginners is good. My Sister's Keeper. This is a movie that I can't rewatch even though I know I love it. Cameron Diaz is fantastic in it. Also the sister, she's also in Little Miss Sunshine. I love her, and she's also in Nim's Island. That should be in my family list too. Nim's Island was my favourite family. Oh my god, it's so good. I watched it as a kid and I was like, I want to live alone on an island by myself. Abigail Breslin. Oh, and Evan Ellingson. Oh, upset even thinking about the movie, but yeah, it's one of those that I can't rewatch because I know it was sad. Next tearjerkers, really sad one, is Now Is Good, Dakota Fanning. And so is Kaya Scalladero, if you've watched Skins, the girl who's Effie. I think that actually might be sadder than My Sister's Keeper. I'll do romance. So obviously, I'm sure everyone's watched this, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I haven't watched that in ages. This is actually, I love doing this video because there's loads of, it's like giving me myself watching ideas. It's my friend Courtney's favourite film. She actually has a tattoo of it on her arm. Jim Carrey is so good in it. It's obviously just it's the Manic Pixie Dream Girl narrative. 10 Things I Hate About You, such a comfort watch. So fucking good. Maid of Honor, this is me and my mom's like comfort watch that we watch together. We love it. We know the whole script off by heart because we've rewatched it that many times. Oh, Jesus, it's so good. This is Stuck in Love. I feel like this is such an underrated, oh, sorry, the lighting is gonna be weird again. I feel like it's such an underrated romance film. Your man Nat Wolff is in it, the guy from the Naked Brothers band. It's one of my favourite romance, so please watch Stuck in Love if you haven't seen it already. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. Next one, Angus Song's a Perfect Snogging. Know the whole script. Libby, stop putting Angus in the fridge. Love Rosie, love Lily Collins in this. She's so good. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Me and my friend Reese watched this together. Such a good queer movie too. It's a good one where lesbians aren't fetishized in it as well, because I liked Blue is the Warmest Colour for a while until I realised that the actresses, I read an article that the directors like made them feel really uncomfortable. Yeah, just the thought that it was directed by men just put me off. I was like, don't like it anymore. But one of my queer awakenings though, Blue Valentine. Oh Jesus, literally stabbed me in the heart and twisted around. Ryan Gosling, such a good actor in it. I Love Your One as well. That girl, who's she married? She used to be with Heath Ledger. The Light Between the Oceans. Me and my mom watched this together as well. I'm pretty sure I saw this in the cinema. Such a good movie, really nice romance. Love, Simon, another queer movie. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. This was my favourite film from when I was like around 13. You know, I was like just coming into teenagehood. Yeah, I think it made me. One of those movies that like made me as a kid, or like made me realise what kind of style I wanted. want or what I was interested, you know, kind of my interests. Yeah, so I love Kat Dennings and Michael Cera, and that like was one of my core childhood movies that made me into this. Cruel Intentions, young Reese Witherspoon, really good romance. I'm pretty sure it's thriller though, is it? I didn't know what genre or like category to put these in, but associated with music, I suppose. Number 1, Sing Street, one of my favorites, Irish film. Oh, actually a guy I was dating was in the film. Me and my sisters went to an audition to be cast as like extras in it. We didn't get it, but anyway, fuming. It's fine. Do you know what? I didn't want to be in the movie anyway. One of my favorites, La La Land, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. They're casting loads of stuff together. They're in Crazy Stupid Love together. I love them as a couple. A Star is Born, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Shallows is my karaoke piece, just saying, not to brag or anything. And the last song is so beautiful. Yeah, me and Aisling would listen to this during the summer, like one earphone in each ear, and cry next to each other. So that was a buzz. Oh fuck, the sun, come on. I'm just gonna take a few selfies instead. Next is, I also think, an underrated movie. Robert Sheen is in it, Killing Bono. I read the book when I was like 12, 13. I was obsessed with U2. I feel like that's out of character for me, is it? I was obsessed with U2 anyway. And then I watched the movie when I was like 15. So good. Yeah, brilliant watch. Next genre is gonna be comedy. Superbad, obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it, but I love it. Dating Amber, Irish film. My friend Reese is actually in it, so I think the acting though is really comically bad, but it's such a comforting move. I feel like I'm gonna be offended. The main guy is in Normal People. He's like the really annoying posh guy. It's a good like comfort movie, but I wouldn't watch it for like the acting. Next we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I didn't know whether this was like a drama or a thriller. I just put it in the comedy section because the end is funny, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Like the murder scene is funny. Anyway, it's based off the fucking, what's it called? Manson murders. I'm so annoyed. Do you know what I can do? Genius idea actually. I can just pull down the blinds. That would be smart, wouldn't it? God, I'm such an idiot. Okay. Yeah, based off the Manson murder. This is the first thing I've seen Margaret Qualley in, and she's also in that short film with Shia LaBeouf where it's like choreographed. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. She's so hot. Like, it was such a boy panic movie. It's the only Tarantino movie I think I have on the whole list. I'm not a huge fan. Yeah, I wouldn't be a diehard Tarantino fan. I don't know why. I like Kill Bill. I watched that as a child as well. I don't know. I think I watched that when I was like 9. And you know those memes where it's like Quentin Tarantino having a shoot with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio thinking he's the main character and he's in the car. Poor bastard. Oh, Austin Butler's also in it. So hot. Yeah, anyway, Margaret Qualley's so hot and she has like loads of armpit hair and she's part of a cult. That's just my buzz for some reason. I read that book as well, Girls. I read that when I was pretty young as well, and I was like, this cult is sounding pretty good to me. This Bump Along the Way. Also saw this in Palace Cinema. An Irish film, really good. About a girl, teen pregnancy. Next one, She's the Man. I feel like this is an underrated film as well. Because it's never on anything. It's not on Prime, it's not on Netflix. I watched this, I'm pretty sure one of my cousins had this on DVD. Amanda Bynes is fucking so funny in it. I'm pretty sure I saw in an interview, or maybe Aisling told me this, she basically like improv'd half the movie as well. And Channing Tatum in this. Juno, one of my favorites. Elliot Page is in it. Handsome Devil, again, the same guy. I should probably look up his name. The guy who's in Dating Amber is in that one too, another Irish film. I saw this in the cinema too, I think. This is another one where I wrote down, but I can't remember the plot. Oh, Fiona O'Shea, yeah. I don't know why I can't remember. Something to do with rugby. Who did I watch it with? It's kind of a funny story. I love that guy. He's in Atypical as well. If you haven't seen that series, it's so good. Emma Roberts is also in it. It actually makes the psych ward look kind of nice. The antithesis of Girl Interrupted. There's something about Girl Interrupted that annoys me, and I don't know what it is. I think it's like the glamorization of depression or something. Does it even do that? I don't know if that's my own opinion. I love it, obviously. I love Angelina Jolie in it, but watching it is like problematic for me because it makes me want to be mentally ill. Yeah, maybe that's just my own issues that I have to deal with. It's kind of a funny story. It's like completely opposite to that. It's like not fetishizing mental health. It doesn't make you want to have depression. And then next genre is kind of thrillers. Again, I don't really like horror films, so I just have these few thrillers, and I wouldn't even say they're that scary anyway. Another one, mixed reviews, controversial, not to get political, but Midsummer. I saw this in the cinema as well, and I saw it with my family, and everyone was horrified. I'm pretty sure my mom wanted to leave halfway through the movie, but I for some reason loved it. I think it could be because Florence Pugh's in it, and she just has some sort of captivating hold on bisexuals that makes you want to watch everything that she's in. That could be it too. And that other Irish guy is in it. I would love to rewatch it, but I'm scared to watch it on my own. Jack Rayner. Yeah, Jack Rayner. He's also in Sing Street. Next one is sort of a sci-fi. It's not really a thriller. Well, it is sort of. It's called I Am Mother. I watched that recently as well. I don't really like sci-fi either, but I liked that one. And then Fear, Marky Mark's in it, Mark Wahlberg. Kind of reminds me of my first relationship though, which is a problem in itself. And if you've seen Fear, you know how fucked up that is, that I relate to that movie. But next thriller is The Beach. Young Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. I don't know if it is a thriller, but to me it was kind of spooky watching it. A really good movie though. And then these are all the things on my to watch list that other people suggested or that I've wanted to watch for a long time and can't find them. Again, don't illegal stream movies. Loads of people said Almost Famous as their favourite movie. Never seen it. Maybe I have though and I just don't remember. Another one that was recommended loads was Frances Ha. One of my friends, Josh, recommended Knife and Heart. Someone recommended Home by Ursula Meyer. This was recommended loads as well. Sorry to bother you. I don't think I've seen it. And then these are things that I've wanted to watch for ages. Ken Park, directed by Larry Clark. A Skater Boy movie. I've been wanting to watch Irreversible as well. It's a French film. Your man from La Haine is in it too. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be disturbing, so right up my street. Exactly what I want to see. Malcolm and Marie, I'll probably watch that tonight because it's on Netflix. Zendaya's in it. Another one, La Vida Bella, Hiding Your Smiling Faces. Uncut Gems, surprisingly haven't seen it. I feel like I'm going to get hate for saying that. The Handmaiden, Control, Lion as well. I don't have that written down, but I want to see that. Mistress America, I'm pretty sure I have seen that, but I remember seeing the trailer last year and being like, I really want to see that. It's on Netflix now anyway, so I'm going to probably watch it over the next few days. Elephant, another one directed by Larry Clark. Boys Don't Cry, Running on Empty, High Fidelity. Fucking what's her name, Zoe Kravitz is in that. I've seen like pictures of her on Pinterest from that movie and I know the style is really good. Is it a series though as well? I don't know, but anyway, I want to watch it. And then The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, I'm pretty sure that's on Netflix too. The Pianist and 23 Walks. What's another? Oh, Walk the Line. That's another one of my favorites. That should be in the musical section. The Life of Johnny Cash. And your man, who played Joaquin Phoenix plays him, I think, who did grow up in a cult. So interesting. Yeah, so they're all my movie recommendations. I should have included Trainspotting. I literally have a top with, this is from Isabel. I'll leave her thing linked down below. She like screen prints these tops herself. Yeah, I'll just include that as well, I suppose. Okay, they're all the movies. Leave your recommendations down below. And also, if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, click the bell, because I don't know if I come up and recommend it. Yeah, I think it would just help my channel reach more people if people click the bell. I don't know if that's even a thing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video too. You can dislike it as well if you didn't like it. Yeah, have a great day and hope you liked all these.